Now on this project for Halloween, this is going to be a Halloween wreath, and I think you guys I know you're going to love it. I have a set of the dove birds. This is from the Christmas Dollar Tree. The 10-inch, this is the foam reform. We have the Spanish moss, and you'll need your black paint. You'll need your hot glue gun as well, because we will be using our hot melt for our wreath to put our moss on. I would recommend a tray or something large to where you can catch the Spanish moss and it makes cleanup a breeze. Now the first thing we want to do is we want to paint this styrofoam wreath black, and we also want to paint our dove black. So I'm going to do that first, and this is just so that when I put my Spanish moss on, if there's anything in the background, you're just going to see black. Now before I paint this dove and these feet are removable, I need those feet to come out like this, and I'm going to go ahead and glue those onto my bird where I need them to stay. Now it's time to put on our sphagnum moss, and I'm just going to go about my wreath as best I can. The sphagnum moss is usually in like bundles like this, and it makes it really easy to spread this out. If you'll just kind of gently pull on it, it'll kind of roll out for you, and you can get a lot of coverage really fast. Alright, so we have achieved covering our wreath in the sphagnum moss. So the next step here is to decide if you want to color this black as well, or if you want to leave the sphagnum moss in this brownish condition. So let me model my crow per se, and I'm kind of liking this color, but I do think that I might blacken it up to go along with my bird and just kind of see where it hits. And I have something else. Okay, so let's make my bird a hat, because this is a Pinterest inspired, and I just had a toilet paper roll that I am repurposing here. You take a triangle, guys. See, I have elongated like a banner looking triangle, and roll that just like that. And then we're going to glue down the one side, and that will make you a hat. So that's the easiest way I know to show you how to make a little pointed hat. Hot melt on there. That way when we roll it, now we got our point going there. Now I'm just going to trim off any of the extra that you don't want. Now we have our little hat. Yep, that's going to work pretty good. Okay, so now we need a brim to go around it. Now I'm shooting this from the hips, guys. Here is my cone, which is about the diameter of this bottle. Alright, I'm not real sure about how big a brim I'm going to do, but if you can see, I'm going to lay my pencil beside my bottle, and I am going to keep it beside my bottle and draw my circle. Oh yes. So that's about the perfect size. I hope you guys agree. And that way I can just glue that on. Okay guys, I'm staying in theme with my red violet that I've been doing on everything. I think I'm just gonna paint my little witch hat the red violet to go on my little crow or my blackbird. Now we've got our hat painted. I did cut a small hole in there, guys, just a really small one, because I just didn't like the way it is fitting on my bird. And see, now it looks much better. So I'm going to glue that into place, and we'll have that situated. I am so pleased with my SureBonder glue gun and glue sticks. We have our blackbird done. This is the spray adhesive from Dollar Tree. It works better than hairspray about keeping this from coming off and getting all over the place. And if you will take, and it is a glue, so if you will spray it kind of close and mist it, this will keep your moss from shedding, and it will stay fresh looking forever. Now, even though that is a glue and I'm putting it on there, I'm actually going to be taking black watered down paint. Now what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm taking the sprayer from off of this spray adhesive, and I'm going to borrow it to mist black on this to make it black. This is watered down black paint. Now, in staying more in line with theme, I've got my burlap polka dot ribbon, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a collar to go around this. As I said, this is a Pinterest inspired, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to like fan it, so I'm going to bend this way. So let's go 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so on the side that will not be seen, since I've got that tucked under, is what Dollar Tree has these willow branches, and I would like to place some of those on here to stay in direct with my theme of the red-violet color. And I have my needle nose pliers, or you can use your dog nail clippers. Thank goodness for Jennifer, my viewers, wonderful supporter of my channel, and she has wonderful ideas, and she's no doubt a great crafter. And I've truly enjoyed having her comments and so forth. Absolutely love that glue gun. Love having it cordless. Now guys, that SureBonder gun can stay off of its cradle, recharging cradle, for 2 minutes. And I will vouch, you can actually leave it off longer than 2 minutes. The manufacturer, SureBonder themselves, recommend 2 minutes, and it does say 2+, but it has actually been tested up to, I've had this thing off of the charger for over 4 minutes, and lost track of time, don't even know exactly how long I had it off of there, and it was still able to glue and not give it without hesitation. Now, I will tell you this, the heat core that's in here will maintain the same heat equivalent as it is on the charger for approximately 2 minutes off the charger. And so the company actually stands by that. And I will tell you, I've used it. I have left it off, like I said, lost track of time. Just as hot. Did just as well. Absolutely love this glue gun. Okay, I have the Creepy Claw from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to use a small amount of this to drape down here on my wreath. Okay guys, I made some changes to the bird. Couldn't stand it any longer, and those tails are just too long. So I cut the tail off, and this is how we're going to fix this dilemma. We're going to take our black magic marker, we're going to color it in. You can paint it if you like. Do this very quickly so that I can glue it into place. And of course, I don't want that to show through. This side I'm not really worried about. It's not going to show anyway, but I might reuse this bird, so I want to go ahead and make it right. Now we're going to glue that, and by tucking it further up under this front wing, and that's going to mask the rear there. Ever so slightly an amount of glue, and we're going to slide it under there. I am turning those wings or feathers the opposite way on purpose, just so you guys know, so that it gives that look I'm going for on this bird. Alright, so it's time to bird into place. I think that's where I want him. You guys see what I'm doing there. I'm taking the nozzle with the glue gun and I'm rubbing it across that plastic eye and give it a shine. I took a piece of the burlap ribbon and cut it at an angle, cut it in half, and used the black magic marker to write Happy Halloween. I also recycled the wire from off of that ribbon to tie on the ends to help glue and anchor it onto the wreath. Now, I do believe that Edgar Allan Poe would agree that this is, poetically speaking, to be a black bird, although not a raven. He's one of my favorites. If you enjoyed this tutorial, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure you read all the comments and suggestions because all you guys are part of my DIY community. And subscribe to the channel, especially if you enjoy being creative, doing DIYs, decor, and many more. There's lots more of Halloween to come, so you guys have a dandy Halloween. Until the next DIY, this is Elizabeth, over and out.